Hi there, William. So we've got essays from you. Great. Let's take a look at what you did. The first one is about schools. Should they be entertaining or should they merely educate? Let's see what you said. It is thought that the purpose of a schooling system is merely for education. However, a new idea arises. Well, not it arises in general, but it has arisen, suggesting that school courses should be more entertaining. I believe that schools are the milestones of cognition development, and we should treat teaching seriously. In this essay, I will illustrate that I am a strong advocate for education only, for the education only side, but using research results from universities. I don't know if this is the right expression here, William. Milestones of cognition development. I have some question marks about that, particularly with the milestones word, but the rest of it is fine. Let's move on. Firstly, schools play an important role in shaping future social pillars. This is because we spend most of our young age at school acquiring different skills such as social communication. For example, a recent study from the University of Bristol shows that students who are more active during class also possess a stronger linguistic ability. The results suggest that class participation plays a critical role in language acquisition. Therefore, there is no doubt that school as an institution, okay, so it shouldn't have an A, it should just be school, is a place where we equip ourselves with lifelong skills. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Great vocabulary, perfectly appropriate and accurate grammar, no issues. Let's move on. Secondly, society has already provided a lot of choices for entertainment. When cinemas, theaters, and theme parks are ubiquitous in a modern city, the school position should be distinct from others. For example, research is never with an A, it's never plural. It's always research, it's uncountable. So if you want, you could say, for example, a recent study from University of Hong Kong illustrates that although there is no significant difference in their exam results, students showed more respect to the lecturer in conventional teaching than media-oriented teaching, using YouTube parody videos to discuss political views. I don't really care for this comma here. Let's try it again. Students showed more respect to the lecturer in conventional teaching. Let me try it again. Okay, students showed more respect to the lecturer in conventional teaching than to media-oriented teaching using, you didn't have to put a comma here, using YouTube parody videos to discuss political views. Not only does entertaining teaching have no positive effect on teaching quality, but here, you're missing an it also spoils the image of a professor. Okay, fair enough, fine. To conclude, know that, let's get rid of that, and then to conclude, comma. So, to conclude, from the examples and arguments given, I firmly agree that school's purpose is to educate only. Entertainment, singular, at school is more harmful than beneficial to the community. If students mix up the position of a teacher and a clown in the society, it will only humiliate the supreme position of the school. Wow, strong. I liked it. I especially liked your conclusion. You're very firm and your position is very clear. I like it, William, so good job. Good job overall. You only argued the one side, okay? You did so well. I mean, you are a strong advocate, so that was very clear. I want to look at your second essay, and then we'll discuss a little bit more about task achievement. So let's do that straight away, shall we? Okay, the second one is about doing an enjoyable activity. Let's see what you said here. Appropriate parenting is definitely one of the keys for healthy childhood development. I wouldn't have said A here. It's just child development. So is one of the keys for healthy childhood development. While some parents prefer their children to read, we never use kids in IELTS essays. It's always children. So while some parents prefer their children to read, some encourage them to participate in an activity that the children enjoy the most. I believe that the benefits of doing an enjoyable activity together outweigh the benefits. Okay, so this should be those benefits of reading. In this essay, I will demonstrate that I am a strong advocate for the diverse childhood diverse childhood development approach by using research and results from universities. Fine. Firstly, playing on game consoles is as beneficial as reading a book. Not only can it train spatial awareness and muscle reflexes, but it also strengthens the family bond when who play together? Does this they refer to? When parent and child. I think that's what you mean. So it also strengthens the family bond when parent and child play together. A recent study from University of Sydney compares people who play on PlayStation on a regular basis to those who do not. The result shows that console players can read maps faster and more accurately. How do you do something? You do it accurately. In addition, they also have more conversations and discussions with the family at the dinner table, is how we say this. I'm glad that you tried to do it, but let's just do it correctly. Therefore, although reading can improve literacy skills, there are more advantages of playing on a game console. Great. Okay, let's talk about it further. Secondly, playing different sports, children can acquire different skills that are lifelong. This is because sports allow participants to develop leadership, team building ability, and most importantly, communication skills. A study from University of Hong Kong shows that sporty people are more talkative and have a bigger social network than others. As a result, the skills that a person possesses from sports play a critical role in interpersonal interactions. Okay. To conclude from the examples and arguments given, I firmly agree that reading is not the only option to equip some supreme skills. In fact, other activities such as playing on game consoles and sports can also provide chances for youngsters to learn essential abilities that will be useful in their lifetime. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So, in terms of grammar, in terms of vocabulary, in terms of the structure, everything is on point. Great, well done. But there is a huge problem in this essay. Can you guess what it is? Let's look at the task again. Doing an enjoyable activity with a child can develop better skills and more creativity. So, you talked about better skills quite a bit. Here you said it improves conversation, social skills. You talked about spatial awareness. You talked about muscle reflexes. You talked about cognitive skills. Okay, great. Okay. Here you talked about leadership, team building, and communication. Where is this? Didn't see it anywhere. So the comparison being drawn here is about better skills and creativity. You totally skipped creativity, and that's going to cost you. All right, they will be looking for something like that. They'll be looking for something mentioning creativity. Okay, so that is somewhat problematic here. Now, what could you have done? You could have, first of all, let me tell you what I liked. I liked that you mentioned reading. You said that game consoles are as beneficial as reading. Great. And you said that reading improves literacy skills. Great. Okay, most people don't address reading at all. I am a huge proponent of addressing reading in this essay. So if it were up to me, I would write this essay as follows. I would talk about reading here. I would talk about how it benefits, how it helps develop better skills, and how it develops better creativity. That's what I would do here. Then I would spend my second body paragraph saying that despite all the benefits that reading provides, there are other activities that can do the same and even better. Okay, so that's how I would develop it. And then I would go on to talk about game consoles. Then I would talk about sports. Okay, that's how I would do it. This is just some food for thought for you so that you can write better, write smarter, write higher. Okay? What you did was good, especially for your first essay. I really liked it. Don't get me wrong. I'm just giving you, like I said, some food for thought for your future essays. I want you to be aware of the tasks, how they're written. Like I said, they are providing this comparison here. So the idea is, let's not just talk about what's better, game consoles and sports, but let's talk about this other element that they've added here. Okay? Keep that in mind. And I think that because all of your grammar and all of your vocabulary are at a high level, this is something that we can discuss. Now, there was something that I said that I wanted to talk about also in terms of this. In the same kind of school of thought as what I mentioned in the previous essay about analyzing reading, maybe you could have also talked about why some people think this. So why do some people think that schools should be more entertaining? That's another thing you could have done here. I see that you reached almost 300 words. Okay, I get it. But perhaps it would have been worthwhile to analyze that viewpoint. So why would people think this? Why is there this debate? Okay, so one thing you could do when you are aiming for one of those higher band scores is analyze the side that you disagree with so that you can then refute it in the following paragraph. Okay? Keep those things in mind. I'm not saying what you did is wrong. You're following the template, and I'm glad you are. You're doing a great job. But there are some things also that you do need to be aware of as you progress in the course. Think about them and how perhaps you can incorporate them in your future essays. Okay? So, good job with these. What I need you to do now is the following. First of all, you need to correct these essays based on the suggestions in this video. Secondly, you need to create an error correction list. What you'll do is you'll take all the mistakes you made and you'll write them down in a Word document, and then next to each mistake you'll write what the corrected version is. This is a list you will add to with each essay correction that you get back from us. So send that to us as well. Then also write a new set of essays, okay? Of course, applying all the things that you've been learning here. So go ahead and do that. Get started. I know it's quite a few things to do, but I'm sure you'll be fine. So good job, William. I'm very happy with your first essays. You're doing really well. So good luck, and I eagerly await your following set.